I'm Wes Siler from Outside Magazine, and I'm here today to talk to you about some methods for avoiding grizzly bear conflict that are actually, as studied by science, as studied by Tom Smith, more effective than the spray itself. And the first is simply to opt out. Even here in Montana, even here in the greater Yellowstone ecosystem, and even in Glacier, there's places and areas that don't have grizzly bears. You can choose to go hiking and go camping in grizzly bear country and deal with all the significance of that, or you can choose to go to a mountain range or an area that doesn't have grizzly bears and just chill out. And that's what I do a lot of the time, is when I don't want to deal with grizzly bears or I want to think about my safety constantly and be scared every time I walk around in the dark, I just go to a place without grizzly bears. You can too. Second piece of advice, and this one's really important according to Tom Smith, is he's never seen an incident where two adult humans have remained tightly grouped, where a grizzly has charged and then actually made contact with those humans. So if you travel with a partner, if you go outdoors with a friend, your odds of actually being attacked by a grizzly bear are significantly, non-existently lower than if you go by yourself. Consider that. Third piece of advice. Grizzly bears want nothing to do with humans. So warn them of your presence and they will avoid you. And you'll see bear bells are popular, but the problem is, again, according to scientists, those sound like prey, they sound like pikas, things that bears eat. So don't wear bells, make human sounds. Grizzly bears don't like humans, so sound like a human. Talk with your friends, sing, make human sounds, and the grizzly bears will avoid you. Number 4, consider and work with a bear's senses. Bears have an incredible sense of smell. They have pretty good hearing, way better than ours, and they have decent eyesight. And so think about what that looks like in the world when you're out walking around. If there's wind blowing away from you into the woods, that bear can smell you and that bear will leave. If that wind is blowing towards you and you feel it on your face, the bear can't smell you. If you're recreating, you're hiking, you're hunting around noisy stuff, a stream, rustling leaves, wind blowing, that's going to restrict the bear's ability to hear you. And then eyesight, dense brush, cover, things like that, that's going to prevent the bear from seeing you. And so think about that stuff when you're out here in the mountains. If you're going to walk into a little valley that has a noisy brook where the wind's blowing in your face and where there's dense brush, there's going to be a bear in there. So shout before you go in. Throw some rocks in there before you go in just to be safe, and give that bear a chance to perceive you and run away. It's that easy. Grizzly bears are attracted by the same stuff any other bear is. Nice smelling food. So if you're in camp and you're cooking, do that away from where you sleep. Store your food away from where you sleep in an approved container, in a bear hang, something like that. Keep those smells away from where you are, and you won't have a grizzly bear come into your tent in the middle of the night. Number 6, and man, I hope this would be obvious, but we all see videos every year from Yellowstone Glacier where people just don't get this. Bears are dangerous. Do not intentionally recreate around them. It is that simple.